It's not government service tax. A lot of people say GST is government service. It's not government service tax. It's goods and services tax. My view, all right, how I describe GST is, if you understand what I say, then you will know GST very well. It's called Gasak Sumber Tax. Everything, Gasak, okay? Everything will be covered under GST. All goods, all services. That's why I say my version is Gasak Sumber Tax. It works on the concept of money spent. So even though your company may be making losses, although you have no income tax to pay, but you still have to pay GST. It doesn't work on the concept of profits. Like they said, what goes up must come down, yes or not? GST says, what comes in must go up. Right? Input, output. Right? That's how GST works. There's no matching concept. Input and output don't need to be matched. It's multi-stage. So, unlike our sales and service tax, which is a single-stage tax, GST applies from manufacturer to wholesaler, wholesaler to retailer, retailer to ultimate consumer. It is across the board. But obviously you must remember, you don't register, what happens? A lot of the big companies that you provide your goods and services to may not want to deal with you if you're not GST registered. Who pays that? You and me. Not the business. That's the most important point. GST is not a cost of doing business. For a business, it is just a flow-through. It's just flowing the cost through, right? It is the ultimate consumer. The person who does not carry on a business is the person who have to pay. But what happens is, if you sold goods or services in January, your output tax must be paid by 28th of February if you're filing on a monthly basis. So what is the impact of that to you firstly? Cash flow, yes or not? Okay, so you can see from a cash flow perspective, there is going to be a lot of pressure. Pressure to get your invoices out, pressure to make sure you collect all your invoices on a timely basis, otherwise there would be a cash flow impact, all right? So you file your return on the 28th of February, you are in a GST refund position, you file manually, hard copy, you get your refund on the 28th of March. You file electronically, you get on the 14th of March. It is very clearly provided in the legislation. But if they pay you late, they are not going to pay you interest. As a business, there's no tax on tax. And obviously, if you look at the business, it potentially will result in a lower cost of doing business. Okay, it's not a cost of doing business. So you have to look at it at the end of the day and see and analyze, as a result of GST coming in, how much your cost will come down. Please remember, there is an Anti-Profiteering and Price Control Act which has been passed in 2011. If you make profit out of GST, then the government will come and use the Price Control and Anti-Profiteering Act on you. If you push your price up by 6% without looking at whether your cost has gone up or not, you can be charged under this Price Control and Anti-Profiteering Act. And there are very harsh penalties and jail sentences.